Hey, what's up guys? Ben Clark here for Adapt to Form. Today I'm here with my mate George. Me and George are together in hospital, and basically since he's had his accident, George's gone on to do some pretty awesome things, including owning a football club, being on TV, and working with some companies like Microsoft to do some awesome things. But we're getting to that further in the interview. First of all, thanks for joining us today, George.
No worries. You doing all right?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. Yeah. So it's been a while since we've seen each other. As I said, we were in hospital together. That was what, 10 years ago now, roughly?
Yeah, 9-10 years ago.
And yeah, we haven't seen each other for about 9 years, so it's good to finally catch up and see each other.
Yeah.
And today we're at his football club, but as I said, we'll get into that a bit later on. So first of all, thank you again. So let's go like before I met you, sort of thing, basically. And then we'll talk about what you were doing pre-injury and sort of get into the injury and then all that stuff.
Alright, yeah, well, I was, before my injury, before I knew you, I was playing football. I was at college, studying public services. The plan was to be a fireman. But obviously that got a bit halted, the whole injury thing. And then my playing days were over, and yeah, that was that really. So before I was just playing a lot of football and doing what normal college kids would do, I suppose.
Yeah.
Nothing much more than that.
Sort of a rough plan of life, but nothing.
No, I had nothing set in stone. I wanted to be a fireman, but I think at the time they were saying that it was, going to be hard to be a fireman because they were cutting jobs and not taking people on. So I had no idea what I was going to do. To be honest, I was just filling in with a few other bits and bobs job. I think I was delivering food and I was doing some packaging for a small eBay company in Worthing. So I was just doing anything to get a bit of money in to pay petrol money, and then having fun and playing football really.
Awesome. Yeah. So from there, obviously, you had your accident. Do you want to talk about that?
Yeah. I was in a road traffic accident. I was out with some friends and we went to McDonald's in Arundel, and then we were on the way home late at night, and my friend lost control of the car. I was front seat passenger. It went off the road and flipped, and when I came round I was in Chichester Hospital with I didn't know at the time, but with a broken neck, C5, C6.
Yeah. Do you remember much about the accident at all, or not really?
Not really. All I remember is waking up. I remember waking up like not long after the accident. I was still in the car, and one of my mates was there, kind of holding my head up a little bit, and then I just remember saying, like not in a good way. I don't think I used them words, but I said something. And then I didn't really know what was going on. Then I was out, and then woke up in Chichester Hospital, and I kind of guessed because they were saying, "Can you feel this? Can you feel that?" I didn't know the severity of the injury, but I knew I was in a pretty bad way. And then was moved straight up to Salisbury Spinal Unit. So I don't remember anything really about the crash or anything in the lead up to it. Even just I just remember driving down the road and then all of a sudden not driving down the road anymore.
I don't know if you were like me when I had my accident. I didn't really, obviously I had no idea what spinal cord injury was, so you don't really, you feel like, I've broken my arm or something, I'll be alright in a couple of weeks, isn't it? Were you like that as well? Or?
Yeah, I was always, the whole time I was there, I was just thinking, it'll be alright, I'll start feeling something in a minute. So like you say, you don't expect it to happen to you, I suppose. So you're just kind of always thinking, no, it can't be that, so it'll be something else. Obviously I've broken something, I've just gone into shock and it'll sort itself out in a bit. But no, it didn't. And then my uncle actually came in and said, so I guess you won't be playing Sunday then. So I must have had a game or something, and that's the first thing he said to me. Obviously he probably knew more than I did at the time, and I was like, no, I don't think I'll be around Sunday. But I didn't expect it to be as severe as it was. And I think when I first came around, I was kind of asking, how was everyone else that was in the car? So I think they got away with just some bumps and bruises, nothing too severe. So I was just saying, how's so and so, and how's so and so, and they were alright. But it turns out they were good. Yeah.
When was the sort of point where you sort of realised what had happened, or the severity of it, or was it while you were at Chichester Hospital, or when you got to Salisbury?
I kept hearing them say, they weren't saying it to me directly because obviously I wasn't really with it with what the meds I was on. So, but I could hear people saying, "You need to get into Salisbury Spinal Unit. Need to get into the spinal unit," and I was thinking, okay, that sounds severe. But I was not in no fit state to sort of say anything. So I was just like, whatever you need to do to sort this out, just go and do that. And it must have been probably a couple of weeks after I was in Salisbury Spinal Unit, and I started coming around, and I guess they were my meds weren't quite as high and I was a bit more with it.
Yeah.
And they explained to me the situation, and it all hit home really.
Yeah. So just for a bit of context on like your injury and that, like you say C5, C6.
Yeah, C5, C6. So I can't feel from sort of my chest down, nipples down.
Yeah.
And then my arms, bits and bobs work. My hands don't, but my wrists do. Triceps aren't so great, but I did have an operation on this arm to the tendon transfer thing. I didn't know about that. So I had that done on this arm. So this arm's, the triceps a bit better. This one doesn't work at all. And that's it really. Biceps works. Bits and bobs of my arms work, but not all.
So how does it sort of like affect you on a day-to-day basis? Because there's so many different levels of people who's a quadriplegic or tetraplegic. So like, do you need care and all that sort of thing?
Yeah, so I have a PA with me all the time, like a personal assistant, to help give me a hand with stuff and help get sorted in the morning, dressed and whatever, and into my chair, and I need help with a lot of stuff. Really. Yeah.
Have you tried at all like to do any more like independent stuff like yourself? Like,
I try and do what I can, but a lot of the time, I guess I just need the help. So I just I need the help. But I try and do as much as I can, I suppose. Especially with my, I guess, work life or what I do with my time. I try and make sure I'm as independent as possible, and haven't always got someone with me. So I'll just go out with friends or something like that, and make sure I do enough so I haven't just got someone wandering around all the time.
It's difficult to get that sort of balance between wanting to be as independent as possible but accepting you need the help.
You need it,
it's like, because the more help you have, maybe the better life you'll have, and some people don't really realise that as such.
Yeah, definitely. I think if it's a struggle, like a real struggle to do something on your own, and it would make your life easier and quicker if you just say, so could you pass me that? Or do you know what I mean? Rather than going and struggling. But at the same time, you don't want to be asking to do absolutely everything. So like you say, it's getting the balance of what you can do yourself and what would make your life easier if someone else helps you with it.
And I guess an extension of that is your wheelchair as well, because you don't have a manual. Do you have a manual chair as well?
I have a manual one at home, but to be fair, I don't use it as much as I probably should. It's normally because what I'm doing when I'm out at a football match or on the grass, or going out and about, so I find it hard to push over uneven surfaces. Just to make my life easier really.
Plus it's a pretty badass chair as well.
It took me a while to find it, and once I did, I was happy with it, so I use it the majority of the time, to be honest.
It's cool. So it looks very capable off-road and that as well.
I go and watch a lot of football, and it's useful to go over uneven ground, walk with the dogs and stuff up the downs around here, and
awesome.
on the beach and stuff, so it just helps with all that sort of stuff.
It makes a difference when you can, it's easy.
It was life-changing when I got it, to be honest, because when I had the pushy chair, I would put off going out sometimes because I thought, I'm not going to be able to push myself, I'm going to have someone pushing me. And that's not a bad thing if you have got someone pushing you, but it does take somewhat, quite a lot of trust to have someone pushing you around all the time. So you need to trust the person that's doing it, and sometimes if you don't, you're like, I'd rather not go out then.
Because I recently got an electric attachment for the back of my chair.
Cool.
And that sort of is great, especially when we're away on holiday and that. When we get to hills and all that sort of thing, Alice doesn't have to push me up the hills.
It's just, I remember just doing that, and you feel bad for the person pushing you sometimes. You think, do you know what I mean? If you could do it on your own, and I'm sure they don't mind, they want nothing more than to help, so but in your own head you're thinking, it would be a lot better if I could just sort this out on my own. And be a bit more, and you can just go where you want, and you haven't got to worry that, can you give me a hand up this little bit, or can you help me with that little bit? Just go off and do your own thing.
Nice, cool. And so you got your car out there. Are you driving that at all? Or?
No. I did when I left hospital. I did pass my assessment to drive. But I've never really felt like I want to drive myself.
That's fair enough. Chauffeured everyone.
Exactly. I just figure if a lot of the time I'm going to have someone with me. Do I want the responsibility of having to drive? I don't know if I trust myself to drive.
That's fair enough.
I think there's enough people on the road that maybe shouldn't be without me adding to the list. So I don't think I will, but I did recently. My dad bumped into someone actually, and they were saying that I should give it another go, but I don't think I'm gonna. I don't think I want to drive.
That's fair enough. Yeah, it's not for everyone.
No. You don't drive, do you?
Yeah, I do.
You
do
drive?
Yeah, you can have a look at it later.
Yeah, I can have a look. Wicked.
Yeah, it doesn't look like a disabled vehicle either.
No. What is it?
It's a Volkswagen Scirocco.
Oh, yeah, no, that's nice. That's smart.
Yeah, it's very impractical. Like, it's not good.
Impractical, yeah. It's always good when they're like that. It's always good fun.
Well, yeah, it doesn't fit in the boot without dismantling it.
All that good stuff.
Yeah.
What colour? Is it the lime green one?
No, it's blue.
Blue.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. And so when you came out of hospital and that, obviously you went home, but you bought a new home.
Yeah.
Was that straight away you went to there?
I went from hospital. I couldn't go back to the house I was living in before my injury. It was too small, so I bought a bungalow in Worthing, and then moved back into that initially. Stayed there for a couple of years. I think that was because I think I was due out just after Christmas from hospital, and they had to try and get this done over the Christmas period so that I could go home. But I think it took a bit longer than I was there till January in the end. But yeah, it was quite a rush. I remember that. And then stayed there for a couple of years, and then with my mum and partner at the time, and then 2 years after that, bought a place of my own.
Nice.
With my partner at the time.
Yeah. And so, is it just you living there alone now?
It's me. Yeah, I live there
with your PA and
with a PA. So there's different ones, but there's always someone around. Yeah.
How are you finding that?
Yeah, no, it's cool. I like it. I've been there sort of five or so years now, maybe a bit longer. Yeah, so no, it's good.
Yeah, it's cool. It's nice having that independence.
Yeah, it's nice having your own space and
every room is your room.
Yeah,
so,
there's that. And people come around and you haven't got to worry about, do you know what I mean, keeping people up. It's good.
Yeah,
mates enjoy it. It's good fun.
And you're because I remember me and Harry in hospital, and he's obviously one of your best mates. And how did they how have they been during the years?
Yeah, my mates have been amazing, really. I couldn't have asked for a better group of mates. Obviously, you met Harry, and there was other guys that came up at other times. Harry came up all the time, didn't he? So you got to know him quite well. They've all been really good. He lives in Amsterdam now. Did you know?
Where's he?
Harry lives in Amsterdam.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he met a girl, and he lives over there now.
Oh.
Comes back all the time.
That's cool.
It's still the same, but.
Thinking of going out there to see him?
I've been out there once. Yeah, I'm going to go again probably next year.
That's awesome.
Not too long ago. He's having fun out there, as you can imagine. Yeah. So he lives there. But my mates have been amazing, all of them, to be honest.
That's good that you got that good core group. And
when I first left hospital, there's a few faces I hadn't seen for a while, because obviously the trip from here to Salisbury was quite a long.
Yeah, it's not the easiest.
And I didn't expect, to be honest, people to come up and see me as much as they did, which was obviously really nice. But for the people that didn't, and they hadn't seen me in my chair yet, it took them a while maybe to realise I am still the same person. So, that didn't take long.
That's good.
Just a few jokes here and there, and then everyone settles down, don't they?
Yeah. So. Once the jokes come out, it's alright.
Start joking, taking the piss out of yourself, everyone's laughing, and it's alright.
Yeah, that's cool. Alright, so let's move on to what you're doing now with the club, basically. I think it's best if you just explain what happened.
So obviously, when I was at hospital, I've always been a huge fan of football. So when I was at hospital, I was trying to kind of, plan out what I wanted to do, but I didn't have a clue. A lot of my friends were saying I'll start a team and do this and do that, but when I first left, I didn't really have the confidence to do that, to be honest. I didn't want to be around that many people at once. I don't know if you felt the same way, but when I left hospital, I was kind of quite happy just being at home. And just going places that I know. I didn't want to ever
feel a bit safe.
Safe. So I was stuck doing that for a while, really, in a bit of a rut, and then I thought, no, I need to do something. So I was getting bored at home and not really doing very much, and then I thought, right, I'm just going to start a football team. So I did, and my mates, true to their word, they all came and played for me, so it was really good fun. And we had to start right in the bottom league and then sort of work our way up. But while we were doing this, we were finding it really hard to find somewhere to train. So in Worthing, we just couldn't seem to find anywhere suitable for us to train, and so I came up with the idea of maybe trying to buy some land somewhere and then putting in a 3D pitch and making kind of like a community pitch that everyone could hire out and use and play, and then it would also double up as our home pitch. So that was the initial plan, and then at the same time I was looking for land, it came out in the local paper that Worthing was struggling sort of financially, and that they could go bust within a couple of weeks if there wasn't some kind of solution. So with what I had in mind, my plan, I took that business plan to someone that I knew that was still involved at the club and said, like, this is my idea, if you think it'd be worth speaking to the board at Worthing, then could you put me in touch with them and I'll go and have a word with them, because I used to play here, so I did know some of the people here anyway. And he did, and he put me in touch with them, and I came and had a meeting with the board and told them my plan and what I wanted to do and why I was doing it. And they liked the idea, and they had ideas of putting in a 3G pitch before, but maybe didn't have the funding or the people in place to make it happen. So my idea of putting in a 3G pitch somewhere else, I didn't need to do that, because I could do that here and do it all in one, and have the football pitch here already at a football club, and then I guess have the rest of the community use it, and the team I was running at the time used it as well. So that's how it all came about, really.
Nice. So it was a happy accident almost.
Yeah, it was. It was never my intention at the time to buy Worthing Football Club. It all just sort of fell into the right place at the right time, and I'm so glad it did. The place I used to play for, and my local team, I didn't want to see them go bust, really, so it just fell together at the right time.
So now you're playing real life Football Manager.
Real life Football Manager,
which you used to play in hospital as well.
I got for a fair few hours on that. Nice.
And how's it been like? So obviously you came here and it was like it was having troubles without a pitch, and you came and
so the first thing we did was rip the grass pitch up and put in the 3G pitch, so that the rest of the community could use it. So like we got youth teams from under 7s all the way up to senior teams that use it now, as well as obviously Worthing's teams. So that was the first thing we did, which also allows you to open all week long. Because when it was just a grass pitch, you'd only open really for the matches, so you'd only open twice a week, whereas now it's open to the community all week, so that helps with gates and stuff, because people will come down, train here during the week, see that you've got a fixture on Saturday and go, I'll come along to that game on Saturday.
That's cool,
So that all worked quite nicely. We did the bar up as well, so that, do you know what I mean, if you do come down here, it's a place you want to come back to. It's not somewhere that you think, it's a bit dingy, so we tried to make it as trendy as possible and comfortable and nice for people to come and visit, so if they ever do come, they want to come back, sort of thing. Well,
you've done a great job anyway, and obviously it sounds like you've made it quite a good like part of the community as well, especially like going from the youngsters all the way through. It's not just the football, the top footballers.
We've tried to. That's what we wanted to. We just wanted to make a community club, really. So we've got a women's team now, and teams all the way down to under 13s, and then we've got a development centre from under 7s to under 13s, which is sort of for the next ages, really. Trying to get them in playing early and getting coached by Worthing coaches, and then they move into our 14s, 15s and 16s teams, then into our 18s, and then hopefully into the first team. So
that's cool.
We've definitely tried to
like a pathway.
A pathway, a footballing pathway, and trying to integrate with as much of the community as we can. So trying to do different events with the community and stuff.
And is Worthing like itself responded really well to it? And
I mean, in terms of if you measure it on the gate, it has done really, really well. I think they were getting sort of 150, 200 people, and now we get 800-900 people like regularly. So in terms of that, if you measure it on that, it's really good. But not only that, but I think more people know about us now in the town. Even when the work was going on and I first took over, you'd have people in like a couple of streets down going, what's all the noise? They didn't even know there's a football club here.
Oh wow.
So like they're like, what's all the noise? Well, I can hear diggers every morning, like when the pitch was being ripped up. We're like, we're putting in a new pitch. Like, oh my god, I didn't even know a football club was here. Whereas now I think a lot more people know that there's a football club in Worthing, and hopefully that can only be good if they're going to come and support.
Definitely. And so obviously it's in a really good place at the moment at the club, and do you have ambitions for the future with it as well?
We still, I mean, the five-year plan we first took over was to get 2 promotions, and we got 1 in the first year, which was amazing, and we're now playing, and I think this is the highest level the club's ever been, but we're still looking to go 1 more, definitely. This is the last year of the 5, so if we get promoted this year, it would be a dream, but and we're about 3rd at the moment, so
nice.
we're doing okay.
That's good.
Well, we are still ambitious as a club. The manager's really ambitious, and the board are really ambitious. So
that's good. It's good to have the right people on board.
Yeah, definitely. That's what it's all about. It's always hard to find the staff, but yeah, at the moment I think we've got a really good group of staff.
Nice. And in terms of like the people that are already at the club and all that, how did they respond to you coming in to? Because sometimes it could be a bit territorial or whatever. But what about like the players and all that sort of thing?
The chairman before I bought it was the chairman for like 50 years. So he obviously had a set way of doing things. And before I took over, there was a chairman here that was here for 50 years. He obviously had a certain way of doing things. And he's a nice guy, but I guess when I bought the club and invested that much money, I kind of wanted to bring my own people in.
Yeah, your own ideas.
Own ideas. I think they understood that at the time. Because if you're going to put that much money in, I guess you kind of want people that you know and that you trust to help you run the place. So I did that, and I think they all accepted that at the time. And they're still fans now. I mean, he's now a president of the club, so he's still involved. He's in his late 80s now, so he's probably enjoying taking a step back a little bit, just enjoying the football, and not having to worry about the day-to-day running and everything. And there's a couple of guys that were involved before that are still involved, so I think everyone was happy that the club wasn't going to go bust, I think, at the time.
That's cool. And you were saying earlier you got your dad working.
Yeah, got my dad in now. Yeah, he retired last year, so he had plenty of free time, so I couldn't have that. Had to get him involved somehow. I think he's enjoying it. And,
is it good working with your dad?
He's good. He's organised. He runs operations, so he makes sure on the match day, like the turnstiles are ticking over nicely, and the club shop and all the other little bits and bobs that make the place operate on a match day. So he deals with all that sort of stuff, and he's really good at it.
So in terms of, because you were saying like you came in and you turned the club around kind of thing.
I don't know about that. I think,
But what's sort of your like role now? Like you're here. What's like your day-to-day here sort of look like? Or
just a bit of everything. Really, I just kind of oversee.
Make sure everybody's doing their job properly.
And I try and get involved with everything as much as I can, but also letting people do their job, sort of, if you know what I mean. So I wouldn't say I've got a set role. I don't have like today I need to do this or that. I kind of just wake up and then see what's in my inbox and then deal with it.
Fair enough.
I enjoy working with Amber and getting the events going in the bar and stuff, and I do a lot of the social media for the club and for the bar and the posters and stuff like that, and just I guess just trying to come up with ways to integrate with the community and do different events and stuff like that, and that's cool. Through emails, deal with pitch bookings. So there's a lot of little bits.
You're a little bit, You're there, you're a handyman.
Just jump in wherever I can, really. Whatever I can help with, I will. I don't. Just help out. So with doing all this and that, how do you feel like it's been for your sort of mental well-being and that for the, because I've always said that like having a purpose is so important, especially for all that. So how has having the club, because you're saying like you were not really doing much before, so definitely, and that's what I always try and explain to people when they say, do you know what I mean? If anyone ever thanks me, I'd say the same back. Really, I've got to thank the club, because without it, I don't know what I would have been doing. I was just stuck at home twiddling my thumbs, and for my well-being to be doing something that I love doing, or being back involved with something that I love. It was a game changer for me, really. Just got me out of the house and got me meeting people I hadn't seen for ages, and meeting new people and comfortable doing that in a different situation, if you like. Obviously before my injury I didn't have the chair and stuff, so it just got me out meeting people again, and definitely have come out of my shell a bit more since having the club. Back to my old self, I'd say.
That's good. It's funny because your story before and after is not too dissimilar from me, and I almost think I'm actually better off since my injury.
I wouldn't argue with that. I always say I wouldn't have been. Obviously, I would trade it back if you ever had the chance. But at the same time, I've had some amazing opportunities since my injury that I would never have had if I didn't have it. So, I don't know. Obviously, you would trade all that if you got given half a chance. But at the same time, I'm not unhappy. I'm happy with my life.
Yeah.
I'm happy with what I do and how I do it and the people I do it with. So.
You trade the situation, but not the experiences.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. I really cherish the experiences I've had since my injury. Yeah, not all of them, obviously. Some of them are a bit much, but no, most of them.
Yeah, but I think it's fantastic what you've done here, and I think it's a good sort of, if someone was like watching this and they were in hospital or something and seeing sort of what is possible outside, because you see a lot of people like do the Paralympics or various other things like that, but yours is I feel it's quite a unique thing, and it's seeing it from that side of it I think is like, to somebody who wants to aspire to something similar, I think it's really cool to see.
Cheers. Yeah. Do you ever think, do you remember when we were in hospital and you used to get I don't know, I can't remember what they were called, maybe they were called Inspire. You get people that come around and sort of did little talks and stuff.
Yeah.
I always found that really interesting.
Yeah, I always felt I've learned more from the people that were already injured for like 5 years plus, say, than I would from anybody else in hospital.
So you kind of get the feeling that they understand. You just get the feeling they understand, don't you?
Yeah.
Well, I did anyway. I always thought, if they've done something, then it just makes you realise what else is possible. So at the time when I first was in hospital, I didn't know what I was going to do. Didn't know what was even possible to do.
Yeah, exactly.
Then, like the backup trust that helped with that as well, and then shows you things that you can do. And then I guess you just pick up little bits and bobs along the way, and you think, I can do that.
Yeah, you develop your own little version of it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, work out what you can and can't do.
Nice.
Yeah, or find a way to do what you can't do.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Cool. Pause that one there. That was great, okay?
Cool.
One thing I wanted to talk to you about was having tattoos as well after injury, because I don't know how many you've got. Quite a few of you?
Yeah, I've got a few on my legs and my arm done. Yeah, my sleeve. Yeah.
So obviously that's where you can't feel or feel a little bit. And how was that? Sort of,
it was good. The one on my arm, obviously where I can feel, it hurts a lot. But the ones on my legs, I guess I can't feel. So I had one done around my ankle, on my Achilles, and the bloke doing it was like, I've never seen someone sit so still. It went down the tattoo, and I was like, that's one perk, I suppose. But in terms of pain and stuff where I can't feel, obviously you know about dysreflexia and that. I didn't go fully dysreflexia. I got a bit sweaty and stuff like that, but no like full. No, she's gone. She's coming back though.
Oh, okay. Right.
No worries. So I had the one in terms of dysreflexia. I didn't get any huge episodes of dysreflexia. I had a few spasms maybe. But no full blown. I just got a bit sweaty.
Yeah, because I know some people are like, I get spasms and they just get a massive line across it.
To be fair, I don't struggle with spasms too bad generally. I have a few spasms if I change position or if I'm laying down and get knocked by something or someone. But have a little spasm, but I don't get them too badly. But I do say to the tattoo guy or woman before they start, like, just bear in mind I might have a little spasm here and there, and I can't do it, obviously can't stop it, but they're normally fine, and they just crack on.
Fair enough.
I had some done in foreign countries, which was interesting. So on this leg I've got 4 or 5, so whenever I go on holiday now, I'll try and find a tattoo shop before we leave and get something that relates to the holiday.
Oh, nice.
But it's not always easy trying to explain to them what I mean by a spasm or what might happen, so I kind of just hope that I don't kick them in the face or something, really.
Yeah. So whereabouts have you gone where you've got them with your holidays?
Just all over the bottom of this leg, really. I've got one on the side of my leg, a couple around the ankle, and a flamingo on my shin.
Any places that were a bit dodgy that you got?
No, not yet. Nothing dodgy yet, no.
I think like somewhere in Thailand.
No. Where was, I don't know where, they all looked pretty good tattoo shops, to be fair. The one I did worry about a little bit was the one in Cos, just because he really didn't speak any English and it was just a gamble. I just took in I think I got a tattoo of a metre of shots. It's the place that me and my family, the bar we kept going to, they did this metre of shots thing. So it's like a plank of a metre long plank of wood with loads of shots on it. So I had that tattooed, and I was trying to explain to him what I meant, and I had to try and find some pictures and some glasses and stuff. But he did a really good job in the end, so
that's awesome.
I can't grumble too much.
Yeah. I know there's a lot of people that ask about tattoos with spinal cord injury, they think it must be the dream because you can't feel.
It does help. That's why I try and get them on my legs rather than I had my sleeve done. I was like, I won't be doing that again. But it does. I mean, I guess everyone's dysreflexic levels are different. So,
it's different for everyone.
Yeah, different for everyone. For me, it's just a bit sweaty, really, nothing to worry about.
That's right then.
Yeah, it's fine.
Nice.
Get more.
You get covered.
I will be one day, I think. I will definitely get more. I think they're just quite good fun, really.
Fair enough.
I know that everyone takes it quite seriously, don't they, tattoos? It don't go away, but I think as long as it means something to you, then it's okay.
Do you have any sort of related to your spinal injury in that then? Or?
My sleeve is, so I've got the time and the date, and then there's a quote on my arm that says things you take for granted someone else will be wishing for. And then there's just a clock, like I say, with the time and the date and a few other bits and bobs included. So that one relates to my injury, really.
It's personal.
Yeah, that's personal.
You've been working quite a bit recently with Microsoft on some adaptive controllers and gaming and that. Do you want to explain how you got into that? And
through Special Effects, really. Special Effects is a charity that helps people with disabilities to have access to gaming, and they kind of they were helping Microsoft to make an adaptive controller, because there've been loads of adaptive controllers in the past, but kind of just made by people in a warehouse somewhere, just like ad hoc, whereas Microsoft wanted to make their own adaptive controller, which fair play to them. It's brilliant.
Yeah, it's a really cool piece of kit.
Yeah, it's really good. And I was working with Special Effects anyway, and on different bits and bobs, and they said, we've got this prototype from Microsoft if you want to be one of the people that trial it. So I did, and just kind of report back on what I think works, what doesn't work, what could be improved and stuff, and give that information to the guys at Xbox, and then they would take it away along with a lot of other people, I imagine.
Yeah.
And then just come up with the best product to suit everyone.
That's cool. Yeah. So obviously with it, how's it? I've not actually used it or seen it apart from pictures. So how's it sort of work compared to a regular controller?
It's a controller about this big, I suppose. But the thing with it is, you can plug external buttons into it and then put them wherever you want. So say for example you had an injury with your arms, you could plug buttons into this controller and put the buttons on the floor, so you could use your feet to press the buttons.
That's
you
awesome.
just basically put the buttons wherever you want them, so you could put one here, or do you know what I mean? I've just got a lap tray in front of me with just slightly bigger buttons on it, basically bigger than a controller, so I can access the buttons easier, so it's not as fiddly to press the buttons. And then there's a joystick adaptation, so that instead of it just being the joystick on a controller, it's just a bit longer, so that I can just rest my hand on it and move it around a bit easier. So it just allows you to make your own controller by plugging external buttons into it.
Yeah, that's what. So it's highly adaptable.
Yeah, for any injury.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
And then they've got wicked things coming out now where you can control things with your eyes.
Yeah, eye tracking stuff. That's pretty awesome.
They were trialling that at the Microsoft thing recently, where you would, I think they're playing Minecraft or something. You did it all with your eyes.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so there's loads of different stuff coming out that's for everyone. Things that you control your eyebrows, like a button you put here.
All right.
You do this. So that's the kind, I think. Yeah.
That's pretty awesome. So do you find with it that it creates a pretty level playing field against people that
that's what I loved about it, really. Well, I used to play a lot of Xbox before my injury, like most teenagers did, I guess. And after my injury I was playing a lot of Football Manager, like you said, on the computer. But I wanted to get back to playing Xbox, and managed to come across Special Effects. I don't know if it was through your help. I can't remember now. I don't know.
It's a long time ago.
But managed to come across Special Effects and got them to come around and kind of try and help me to use a controller or adapt a controller so that I could play FIFA with my friends. Because I used to beat them away, and I was getting to a point where I couldn't beat them anymore because I had a spinal cord injury.
Let's get the bragging rights back.
I had to get it back somehow. So then I thought, I need to sort this out. And then, they came around and they were just brilliant with helping me with different things and adapting a controller to make it work for me. And I guess it's a testament to them, really, that then Microsoft got involved with them and they adapted a proper purpose-built controller for that can manage any disability, really.
Yeah. So you give your friends a lot of trash talk now? So.
Yeah, well, I definitely am on a... there's a few of them that are good, and I can't compete with them at the moment. I just need to get more hours on it, I think. It's more my own thing than... It's nothing to do with the quality of the controller. It's just me at the moment. I need to get better at it.
Fair enough.
Yeah. No.
But for Xbox and Microsoft to invest in doing this sort of thing, it just makes it better for everybody, really. Even if you're not disabled, because if they can make it a controller that's great for anybody, then they can make it great for everyone.
Exactly, and I find, especially in the year before I had the club, I was playing a lot of Xbox, and it was so good for me just to be able to escape a little bit and just play with mates, and there not be any real difference. You know what I mean? They're just over a headset, and you're playing a game, and you're playing at the same level as they are. So there's no difference, and you can have a laugh, and that competitive edge, I suppose, that I was missing from the competitiveness I had before my injury. Obviously, playing football was quite competitive, and I just felt like I didn't have a need for my competitiveness anymore, because I wasn't able to compete with anyone. So having the Xbox back and being able to beat people at things and then rub it in their face when I do, it was great. And it's great for, I guess, anyone who wants to, I don't know, waste some time and just have a little bit of escape really from their injury or their day to day. You can just go on the Xbox and chill out and play with some mates. It's good. Yeah,
that's what I got in contact with Special Effects again. But I'm a PlayStation guy, so they helped adapt the controller. So the shoulder buttons, that's the bit I couldn't do. I could do all the face buttons, and so they moved them onto the front of the controller, onto the thing. So I play on my lap and use my wrist to use the buttons. So it's a bit different. It means I'm terrible at first-person shooters. Just get destroyed if I'm online or anything like that. But I don't play those sort of games normally. I play sort of first-person action, single-player games. So stuff like God of War and Spider-Man recently. But that simple sort of adjustment. But PlayStation don't do anywhere near as good a job as Microsoft at the accessibility. They tend to do let's say button mapping, where on the menus you can change the buttons. So
you can make X be Y. Triangle.
Whatever it is, you can change it so you can make it a little bit easier. But generally they could do a lot more. They could take a lot more from Microsoft's example.
Do Xbox not have them games then? Is that why you choose?
That's the simple reason why is that's the games I want to play. So
it's fair enough.
If I was going to play FIFA or Call of Duty, then Xbox would be a lot more.
Call of Duty I used to play a lot. I haven't played that recently. I need to get back into that. But like you, I probably wouldn't be very good.
These kids are too good these days.
Too quick. Fortnite. Have you played that?
I played a bit when it first came out, and I wasn't really into it. And then about a few months later, it just went massive. And I was like, I
haven't really. It doesn't seem like the sort of game that I'd be into. Really,
it's not up my street.
No,
I'm not very good at online games.
No.
I just don't think I'm very good at games. I
just like them.
Too scared to go online.
It is a scary place.
I get called names by 7-year-olds.
It's very addictive when you get online. That's the problem, because you want to keep getting better and better.
Yeah. One more game.
Yeah, one more game. 3 o'clock in the morning. No, one more game. I'll be up in a minute. No, it is good fun. I need to get back into Call of Duty.
But it is a source of therapy, and that's why it's great that Special Effect do it, because if you're a lot of people that help out are quite heavily disabled, and is there any way to be sort of in a sport almost, because it is a sport these days with esports and that, so it provides a way for them to be able to do this, get with their friends, and just because it's pretty obviously when we were younger, it was all those times all those years ago,
back in the day.
We had the games consoles, but we did sort of both. We went outside and played, and that. But nowadays it's more like
everything's online, isn't
everything's it? Online. So for them to be integrated into it is socially important as well as just for something fun to do. So it's amazing what they do.
Yeah, definitely. And the whole thing about the controller that Xbox have made, it's just made it accessible to everyone. Not only physically, but in terms of people who probably didn't even know about it or know that they could play the Xbox now would be getting involved in playing the Xbox because they know there's an opportunity to do it.
Yeah, it opens up a whole new market for them.
Exactly. If everybody Xbox are advertising it, then it explodes and everyone knows about it. As good a job as Special Effects are doing and continue to do, or they wouldn't have the same audience that Xbox have got. So they've just blown it up, and I'm sure there's a lot more people benefiting from it now that the Xbox have launched their own controller.
Yeah, it makes a big difference.
Yeah. And it seems to be flying. They had it at the Xbox Expedition the other day. Exhibition, not Expedition. Yeah, they had it there, so they'd have like a line of TV screens and everyone playing these games, and then at the end they'd have a couple of Xboxes set up with an adaptive controller, so everyone that goes to these events would see it and pass it on. There's plenty of people there in chairs like me or with a disability using them, and it's just good to see that it's out on the market really.
Yeah, that is awesome. Yeah, it makes a big difference.
Definitely. It's
about covers everything really what I wanted to talk to you about. Well, thank you so much for joining me today anyway.
Thanks for coming down.
Yeah, I think that's some great insight into who you are, what you do, some interesting topics to talk about.
Interesting, yeah.
Hopefully there's some people that have learned some new things and learn a bit about you as well, and the awesome things you're doing.
And you, I mean, your page is flying off at the moment.
Oh, thank you very much. It's getting there.
It's quality.
It's a slow process and it's bloody hard, but it's getting there. So I feel like just to sort of finish off, where should people come to find what you're doing, or anything you want to promote?
Follow either me or the club on social media. So I'm on, and we're on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter.
I'll put all the links in the bit below.
All that stuff, website. So that's where to find me or stuff about the club. That's
good. Cool. So last thing I'm going to ask is a bit of advice for anybody out there, maybe in the same sort of situation you were in, or if they're in hospital or something watching this.
I guess my advice would be try not to worry, I guess, about the injury. Obviously it's going to be life changing and there's going to be battles that you have to overcome, but it is doable, and if you find something that you're passionate about, just try and follow that really and make it work for you and your situation.
Nice.
Would be my advice.
That's good. Good bit of advice. Follow your passions. Yeah. Again, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Cool.
Good stuff.